Hey guys, project-zodiac here. I'm back with another video. I'm unboxing this right after my Zelda Tears of the Kingdom unboxing and Owl City Coco Moon vinyl unboxing. So very quick disclaimer, I've been coughing a ton for the past 3 weeks, so much so that like I couldn't even sleep and I had to take days off work because it was non-stop. I'm 90% better. I've been holding off on unboxing a couple of things and reviewing a couple of things until my voice and my throat and I stopped coughing and all that was all better. Um, so right now I'm still coughing. I'm 90% better, thankfully. But there are gonna be some moments where I'm gonna have to pause for a little bit so I could cough. Uh, but I'm a lot better now, and I had some time today, and I'm like, I really gotta unbox these things because there's a bunch of things I gotta unbox and a bunch of things I still gotta do. Um, so yeah, so that's just a disclaimer, but let's just go straight into this unboxing because this is something very special to me. Everything that I'm unboxing today is something very, very special to me, and this is like a little bit more special for a couple of reasons. So this, as you can see, is an album. It's an album unboxing, and it is by Thomas Banglater, and it is an album called Mythologies. Now, who is Thomas Banglater? He is one of my all-time, or he is part of one of my all-time favorite bands and musicians. He is the silver helmet from the silver helmet robot of Daft Punk. And Daft Punk are one of my all-time favorite musicians in so many ways. One of my all-time favorite albums is Random Access Memories. And yes, I did get the 10th anniversary for that. That is coming. I'm going to be unboxing the vinyl and the CD. The CD is already here. I'm just waiting on the vinyl. But I'm going to wait until the vinyl is here for me to unbox the CD instead of doing it in two different videos and editing them. Also, so my throat can rest because I've been talking for the past hour. But yes, so Thomas is, he and Giman are fantastic musicians. I love their solo stuff as well. But now that Daft Punk stopped making music, and they're still friends. They're just not gonna be doing Daft Punk anymore. Thankfully, their last album was one of the best albums ever. And yeah, so now they are kind of doing their things. But Thomas wanted to do a orchestra, something away from electronics and away from technology. He wanted to do something a little bit more human. And I think someone kind of came up to him and like, hey, do you want to do this music? And he's like, okay, but I'm going to do it this way. And they're like, okay. So this is actually music for a play, and it is straight out just orchestra or opera kind of thing, and it is very different from anything Thomas has done before. So it's not something for everybody, that's for sure, because this is very classical, like straight out like opera, play, orchestra music. There's no electronics here. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, again, I have to be coughing every now and then. But yeah, so there's no electronics here. So this is not for everyone, but he is very proud of it, and I'm very proud that he is, and happy that he's doing the things that he wants to. And it's very different because now Thomas is doing a lot of interviews, and even Gaiman, him and Thomas joined together to do a interview for the 10th anniversary of Random Access Memories. And Gaiman talked a lot in that, which is very surprising for everyone because it's mostly Thomas who talks. But Thomas has been doing a lot of press stuff and even showing himself, because one thing with Daft Punk is that they almost, like, it's hard to find any pictures of them without their robot costumes. So it is very interesting because he's just himself in press photos and all that stuff, and it's definitely different. But I'm very happy that they're still doing things and that they're still around and making music. So yeah, Gaiman is not involved in this. It's just Thomas, and it's not something for everyone. But this is very special for a couple of reasons. And well, other than that, there's another reason, and I've talked for about 5 minutes now. So let's just get into this unboxing. And the reason why this particular one was very special is I had originally ordered it from Amazon, and there were people saying that there were signed copies, and I don't know, the website looked very sketchy, so I just went with Amazon. And this has been out for a while, a lot of people has gotten it, but yeah, so it turns out that the site that was selling this is actually owned by Warner Brothers, which is the label that had released this. And it turns out that I guess that the signatures were real. So this is very special to me because, well, how can I say this? Well, obviously because it's signed, but I suppose it's special to me because very similar how M83 is probably going to be the closest thing I'm going to be able to get to a Daft Punk concert unless they actually do like a comeback concert, but literally just to tour, like no new albums or anything like that. So yeah, M83 is like that, and getting a signature from Thomas on his own album is the closest thing I'm going to be getting to a Daft Punk signature, even because he is one part of Daft Punk. All I'm missing here is Yiman's signature. So the fact that I now have a signed album from Thomas, even though it's not a Daft Punk album, it's still one of the two people behind Daft Punk, and that for me is so cool and so special. And I'm just so grateful to God, and I thank God so much for that, because again, just like Owl City and Ben Howard and Leonard Cohen are some big influences on me. Daft Punk are as well, and to actually just have a signature from them is amazing. I do have autographs from Owl City and Ben Howard, but I never thought I'd be getting a signature from someone from Daft Punk. So I'm just so grateful for that, and I really thank God for that, because that's really special. And I'll come back to this, but still. So this always surprised me because I always thought there was like a box, and I'm like, why is it a box? How is this gonna look? There's 3 discs in here, 3 vinyl in here, and it is just an open design with no slipcover. And thankfully, I don't have to change this because there's good quality sleeves here. So then we got Thomas Banglater, Mythologies, and of course all the titles are in French, as you can see. And yeah, no, this is just beautiful, and like I don't see any dust or anything like that. Well, there's a little speck there, but this looks so clean too. This is really, really cool. And you can see the Warner Classics logo over there. So that's the first disc. And now here's the second. So no, this is not gonna be something that I'm gonna be playing all the time. It's just more to support him, and to also have a different type of music in my collection, because I don't have anything classical, and it's good to have at least one thing that's a little bit classical if you own a record player, at least in my opinion, and okay, and then it would have been cool if they did like an etching over here, but there isn't. So yeah, there's 23 songs. And yes, I have heard this because again, this album has been out for a few months, like 2 months, I think, or a month and a half. And again, it's not something I'd be listening to a lot, but he's very proud of it, and I'm proud for him, so I'm supporting him. And also just because it is something new from them. We haven't had anything new since, well, for a while now. And yeah, so my mini review is that it's a good classical music. I don't listen a lot to classical music, but some of it is very impressive, for sure. And some of the songs here were pretty good too. So That's really all I have to say about it. But I love this artwork so much. And actually, let me go into the back. I didn't show that. So yeah, these songs are also a little bit long. So, okay. So we have some things here in English. And then some more information. So yep, Giman does not seem to be involved at all in this. Then we've got the recording date, which is pretty cool that they did that. Yeah, it's not bad. So it's a very long album. It is 89 minutes and 2 seconds. So again, not a lot of people are gonna be sitting through all of that for classical music, but some people enjoy it. I will definitely play this at least once or twice in full on my record player. I have heard it digitally about 2 or 3 times already, 4 times since it released, and I do love this artwork. And the concept about this is about many myths and how it kind of translates into like the modern world, I think. Something like that. But yeah, the artwork for this is so beautiful. I just love this artwork. But the last thing really I had to say about this is definitely a shorter thing. A lot of people were posting pictures of their signature or signed copies arriving, and I don't know, like a lot of the signatures just were in the same place, looked very similar. I try to compare with previous Thomas signatures where he just signed the last name rather than the first name, and I don't know, it looked a little similar but also a little bit different. So I still wasn't fully convinced that this was real, and then like his actual signature, and maybe this could have been a scam or something, because you do got to be careful with that, especially when an artist isn't known for doing signatures and you can't find a lot of resources with that. And there was this one guy on Reddit that kept like always saying like new signed copies of in stock, go go go. It was like always the same guy for the most part, so I thought that was a little strange. It wasn't always just one guy. There was a couple other people that did the same, but it was mostly just this one guy. And then every single one of those posts he would be posting there as well, like even if somebody else talked about it. So then I just posted it on one of his posts one day. Sorry, 1 second. So I just posted on his post one day, and I'm like, how sure are you guys that this is real? Because the signature looks a little bit different. And the dude started like attacking me, saying like, oh, you're being paranoid, like, have you ever bought anything online or all these things? I'm like, yes, and I've been scammed before. And I'm like, just trying to be careful, because again, this is an artist that's not known for giving signatures. So like, how real is this site? This site seems to have terrible reputation, like a ton of bad reviews. People have said that they've gotten fake albums from this site. So there was a lot of like things that I'm like, something is weird here. And the guy just kept calling me paranoid and all those things. I'm like, dude, I'm not being paranoid, I'm just being cautious, because site reviews, people's claims, signature looks different and from what I've seen before. And then so many other people kept posting pictures that they got signed copies, and the signatures looked very, very similar, and always in this general place right here. So, from past signed copies I have, they kind of do it randomly in other places. For the most part, not all of them. Some of them I have seen they do in one specific place for all copies, but still. So I was just, just trying to understand like how like real is this? Just because again, I wanted to be sure, because I do want a signed copy, but because of these factors. And the guy just kept attacking me all the time, saying I was paranoid and all that stuff. And then in a different person's post, when somebody posted that they had this, and I posted a question, the same guy responded to me, and it wasn't even his post, but he was responding to me and then attacking me again with the same things. And I'm like, dude, I just want proof that this is actually legit, because again, this is not someone who's known to give signatures and autographs. So like, I'm just trying to make sure that this is real so I can get a copy of it. And he's like, well, it's been selling out all the time. And I'm like, yeah, it's been selling out all the time. And then it keeps coming back up. Again, this is not an artist who's known for giving signatures. I just want to make sure. And the site reviews and all that stuff. Again, me and him went on like a huge argument. I don't know what was up with him. I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but like he was being really aggressive and like stubborn with that. And I don't know, it was just really weird. It was almost like he kept like trying to force people to go into it and buy this. I guess that he was just excited. But then a couple of other people started replying, and then they kind of showed me that the website that this was on is actually owned by Warner Brothers, like through metadata and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, that makes me feel a lot better. And then they showed me some other stuff as well, like articles and things about saying signed copies were being available and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, because I wasn't finding anything before when I was researching it. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just risk it. So I canceled my Amazon order and I got this. But yeah, so this is most likely his signature. So based off of everything that I had seen. So the fact that it's Thomas's signature and he actually held this, and then when did his signature, and I'm just so happy. Like this is just so cool, and I thank God that I was able to get a signature from one of the members of Daft Punk. So yeah, I'm just so excited, to have this, and also that like I got an autograph from him, and this is something like he was holding and signed off, and I don't know, I'm just very grateful, I'm just very happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this album. Did you guys hear, did you get a signed copy or not? And yeah, just what are your thoughts in general on Daft Punk? What's your favorite Daft Punk album? Let me know your thoughts. So with that said, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.